Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're 60 years old and you anticipate living until you're 80 years old, you've already lived 75% of your life, or 3/4. That means you're in the last quarter of your life right now. Now, as you know, in football, the fourth quarter is where everything matters the most. This is when the game is won or lost based upon how well you play those last few minutes. And when it comes to our life, this is the time to retire as soon as you can, rather than hanging on longer than you need to, but retiring as soon as you can, playing a smarter game, and being more intentional about your life than ever before. Because when you reach this season of life, you realize something very important. There's no way that you can ever go back and replay those previous 3/4. Think about it for a minute. The first quarter of your life is all about learning. This is when we grow up, we graduate out of high school, we go off into the military, vocational school, or perhaps college. We are trying to figure out who we are. We're choosing our career, those sort of things. So the first quarter is all about learning. The second quarter of life is all about building. We're building a life for ourselves. We're building a career. We're starting a family. We buy a home. We have responsibilities, family responsibilities, work responsibilities, and so forth. And so this second quarter of life is all about building. And the third quarter, well, guess what? This is all about the grind. This is the third quarter of life is when we're grinding it out. It's the hustle, the hamster wheel. This is where we chase success, climbing up the ladder, working hard, trying to get ahead. And in the course of that, we sometimes get stretched a little too thin. And for some of us, we might begin to even experience burnout. And so we start looking for a way out. But now, the fourth quarter is here. And when you reach the fourth quarter, it's no longer about chasing things. It's about cherishing things, cherishing the rest of your life. For me personally, the scoreboard changed when I reached the fourth quarter. For instance, I'm no longer interested in competing with people or trying to climb any more mountains or climb up any kind of ladder. What I am interested in, however, is outgrowing the things that used to control me. Now I'm finding more joy in the simple things of life, such as morning coffee, good conversations with people I enjoy being around, quiet walks, recreation, and spending time with the people that I love. For instance, spending time with my family and my grandchildren is a high point of my day. And not only that, regarding the scoreboard changing for me, I'm letting go of past regrets in those previous 3/4. I'm letting go of people who drag me down. And don't look at me in that tone of voice. I know it, you know what I'm talking about. You have the same kind of people in your life. Sometimes you got to let go of people. And I'm letting go of the need to prove myself. So the scoreboard has completely changed for me. And I'm trying to play this fourth quarter as best as I can. So how do we make the best of the fourth quarter? Well, a few things come to mind. So follow along with me. Number one, I'm taking care of my health like never before. I have always been health conscious. I have always taken care of myself. But now that I'm in this fourth quarter, I know that one day, maybe in the not too distant future, my health is going to decline. So more than ever before, I'm trying to take care of myself right now. I don't eat an inflammatory diet. In fact, I choose most of the time to eat single ingredient foods. I exercise a lot. I get 7 to 9 hours sleep a night because I prioritize sleep. I'm getting my doctor appointments and physicals and checkups done. My numbers are good on the inside. Physical fitness and health has always been so important to me that I've actually invested in a home gym. In fact, I was out there yesterday because that's how important it is to me. You see, you can't enjoy life and you can't enjoy the fourth quarter of your life if your body is breaking down. So we need to do everything that we can to keep our health up. And I will tell you this, your health and your mobility changes dramatically when you get into your 60s. If you're in your 60s right now, especially your early 60s, right now is the time for you to be doing the things that your 70-year-old knees will not be able to handle. I've seen people retire at 70 years old and immediately face medical problems that rob them of the travel, hobbies, and freedom that they have waited decades for. Retirement isn't just about quitting work, it's about living, and you need your health to be able to do that. Number two, I'm protecting my peace. One of the greatest joys that I have in retirement is having a life that is filled with peace, and I mean internal peace as well as external peace in my surroundings. Peace for me shows up in small ways. For instance, cooking a home meal from scratch, calling up an old friend, or taking a walk outside without earbuds stuck in. I stopped chasing excitement and started appreciating ordinary days. And it gives me a great deal of peace when I do this. And I have found that ordinary days can be extraordinary when you're fully present in them. I've let go of old worries and regrets as well, like I mentioned a moment ago, because when you make peace with your past, you can finally enjoy your present, and that is something that gives me a great deal of peace. Think about the previous 3 quarters of your life. The learning phase, the building phase, and the grinding phase. You probably have some worries and some regrets from those phases of life. And now's the time to let go of those things. I'm protecting my peace because it's so important to me. That means saying no sometimes. No to people who demand my time. No to people who want things from me. I'm saying no to over busyness, for instance. I say no to negativity and drama. And I do say no to certain people as well. For me, maintaining my peace means keeping my life simple, my circle small, and my spirit grateful. Peace isn't something that I find in a weekend trip to an amusement park. It's something that grows inside me as I am outgrowing my past. Number 3, I have also simplified my life to make the best of this 4th quarter. Life gets better when we stop carrying and shouldering so much. And that's just the truth. Things like stress, too much stuff, expectations from other people, all of it, it just weighs you down, doesn't it? Being in nature, in the outdoors, is almost everything that I need to enjoy myself in retirement life. Being in the outdoors, hearing the sounds of nature, birds, and being isolated in solitude in the great outdoors gives me a sense of well-being like nothing else can. I like sitting in a creek, in a lawn chair on a hot summer day. I like sitting around a campfire nighttime under the stars at night. This is my idea of living. Yes, some people are happy with an overabundance of material things and material possessions, but I'm not one of them. I like traveling through life light, and I like to lighten my load. I'm just not cut out for the frantic pace of society, and I can't even begin to keep up with the hurried and fast pace of life and the kind of pace that I maintained in the previous 3 quarters of my life. I see other people and they seem to have boundless amounts of energy. They're always busy, they're always striving, they're always hurrying about. But what I need is quiet time. Tons of solitude, calm, and unscheduled days in order to keep myself healthy. I'm happiest at the place where calm lives. Number 4, even though I'm in the fourth quarter of my life, I'm still growing. I might be in the fourth quarter, but I'm not on the sidelines. Far from it. When people ask me, well, Ronnie, what are you doing with all of your time now that you are retired and no longer go to work? And my answer is, I'm doing all the things that I couldn't do when I was working. And that's the beauty of retirement. Every day is a write your own adventure, and you can just do what you want to, anytime that you want to, and it opens the door for personal growth. There is a life outside of work, you know. There really is. And there is a better journey that you can take than what you're experiencing inside that cubicle right now. I just want to tell you that if you're dreaming about retirement, if you're just reaching the fourth quarter and you're dreaming about retirement, there are better journeys in life that you can take than what you're experiencing right now. It might be something as simple as coaching a Little League ball game, or just spending time in your backyard garden. Or it could mean an encore career for you, or even recreational employment. That's the beauty of retirement in the fourth quarter. You get to decide what your life is going to look like. And you get to define what your retirement is like. That is the beauty of the fourth quarter, because you can keep growing. Just keep growing, because retirement doesn't mean that you have to be on the sidelines as a non-player. It means running your own plays and playing your own game. And then finally, number 5, and this is important to me. It may resonate with some of you and may not even mean anything to others of you, but for me, there's also a spiritual side to this as well. As the years go by, you start realizing just how sacred life really is and how short it is. You notice the small things and you appreciate the small things. The laughter of your grandchildren, the sound of rain, and the peace that comes from prayer or gratitude. I'm a person of faith, and it helps me maintain my equilibrium in a world that is constantly changing and turbulent. Just look outdoors and the world is changing. It's turbulent, it's angry. The previous 3 quarters of my life were like that, and just having faith helps me maintain, and being a person of faith helps me maintain my equilibrium in all of this turbulence in the world right now. There's so many things that I can't control, but I know the one in whom I have believed. And as a result of that, I've stopped worrying about all the things that I can't change. I've stopped worrying about how many years I have left to live, and now I focus on how much life I can live in the years that I do have. Doesn't that make sense? So yeah, I'm living in the fourth quarter of my life right now. Instead of giving up, I'm trying to be strong and live resilient, because the game's not over yet, and I want to finish well. And this has really been, perhaps so far, the greatest chapter of my life. So if you're in the fourth quarter too, let me know down there in the comments. I'll really appreciate it if you leave me a comment behind. What are you doing to make the fourth quarter count for you? I'm Ronnie. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're never too old to live a resilient life.